What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? I want to briefly comment about these memes I've been seeing floating around the internet regarding black males who have been accused of sexual assault and/or pedophilia. The memes are meant to stimulate laughter. However, I personally find it not funny at all. And I suspect that the reason some of you find it funny is because you've been given a pass to say it's funny by the media. See, some people, I do believe, get their cues from the media, their trigger cues from the media. Whatever the media says should be funny, what you should side with, how you should feel about a particular situation. That's the way you go. That's the way many people today shape their convictions. Their convictions change with times. They can feel strongly about something, and this could be something that has been instilled in them, and in their minds, it could be a good thing. In fact, it could be a great thing. But the minute society says, look, that's not how we feel about that anymore. We need to feel this way, and you should too, or else we're going to shame you. And then they just jump right on board. You see, I do believe that a lot of people are not understanding the gravity of reposting and sharing these memes and just laughing it up. You see, America media has never been for the black man. It has never been for black people, but particularly black men. They've always tried to depict us as the face of crime, especially sexual assault. Anything got to do with being overly sexually aggressive, they try to put up a picture of the black man when we know that that's not the case. We know who's the leading person or group in that type of category. But they always want to paint the worst of the worst with black people or as black people. And some black people are so slow up top, they don't even realize that they are perpetuating the stereotype. Even if you don't like R. Kelly, even if you hate Michael Jackson's guts, you hate Bill Cosby, you should at least love yourself. Love your sons, your fathers, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers enough to not perpetuate, to do not do anything to perpetuate that stereotype. Because that is what they're doing. And you know what? You don't want to know how I know that they're targeting black men? Because you don't see them targeting anybody else. You don't see where you have dozens and dozens and dozens of cases of other groups who have icons and their names are not being dragged in the mud. They'll jump on something, then they get off of it. They're not doing 2-hour exposés, prime time, dragging the people's names through the mud. They're not doing that. Yeah, they do a news story here, take away one movie for Kevin Spacey. They took away a movie. But y'all know how that go. He's gonna bounce right back. He's gonna sit down for a minute. He's gonna bounce. First of all, they're gonna give him a slap on the wrist. He's gonna bounce right back and he's gonna do other movies. And some of y'all gonna go see those movies. You see? Because who else can you name besides Bill Cosby, whose movies, whose films, that they have totally taken off of streaming platforms, have totally taken off of television? And we know that there are a number of them out there. You know, what did they do when Elvis decided to marry or have sex with a 14-year-old girl? And that wasn't the only one, by the way. What did they do about that? Nothing. In fact, he was considered royalty when he married that woman who was 14 years old at the time that he actually started dating her. He started dating her at 14, but he married her sometime later. I think she was like 22 by the time he married her, but he was having sex and it was a known thing. It was a public thing. They were having public displays of affection and the American media ate it up. But Elvis' name is not being dragged through the mud. Nobody's doing exposés about Elvis. Nobody's taking his music off of streaming platforms. See, I'm not here to argue Mike's, Bill's, or R. Kelly's innocence or guilt. I'm just here to examine the fairness of the treatment that these guys who have been accused of sexual assault and or pedophilia. I'm here to only examine the fairness of it. That's it. Put up the mirror and judge for yourself. What do you see out there about other groups? Who else is doing this to their own people besides black people? Who else is actually perpetuating the negative stereotype? Actually perpetuating. You know why other groups don't do it? Because they don't want you to see them in that light. They don't want you to look at a white person or a Latino person or Asian person and say, that's the face of rape. That's the face. And then we argue about it, we fight about it, we cry about it, that why are they always judging us like that? But then we go out and perpetuate this dumb shit. If you don't care about it, you don't care about nothing about Kelly, you don't care nothing about Bill Cosby, you don't care nothing about Michael Jackson. Well, do you give a damn about your daddy? Some of y'all don't. What about your brother? Some of y'all don't. Well, what about your uncle? Is there any man, any black man in your life? I'm talking to the black people right now. Any black man in your life you give a damn about? You got a son? Well, one day he's going to be a man. What about him? You care about him? Well, you should try to protect his image. If you do. Now, hey, you do what you want to do. And people going to do what they want to do. You feel like laughing? I mean, laugh it up. Go ahead and laugh it up. But don't say I didn't warn you about perpetuating that image, because they are trying to shape the narrative, and they're going to use that imagery that you're seeing of these black men getting dragged. They're going to try to use that as the face of rape today and decades from now. This is going to have lasting effects. This is not just going to be for right now. This is going to have lasting effects, just like the allegations from years ago, from the beginning of time, since we've been in America and I'm dealing with this colonization. It's been that way. Painting the black man as the face of crime, as the face of sexual assault, and while at the same time protecting their own image, and their own people. They're going to do what they want to do anyway, but we ain't got to participate in it, man. It doesn't make sense at all. But you know how it is, man. Some of y'all love your entertainment. Some of y'all love to just laugh, just want to damn laugh. This goofy ass just want to laugh. Doesn't matter what it's about, at whose expense it is. Just goofy ass just want to laugh. Just love to laugh. Even if it's at your own expense. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?